Alright, well, I believe I am live. I believe I'm live. I believe I'm live. Let me get some things set up real quick. Let me pull up the chats. Let me pull up the chats. Pop out all these little chats here. Pop out all these little chats. I shall be playing Bannerlord. Now I've been watching a lot of videos at work. Let me get some things set up on Bannerlord. I've been watching a lot of. Oh my god, I can hear myself. Pop out all these. Oh, stop it. Okay. I've been watching a lot of videos on Bannerlord. I have done some research. And of course I've got WeMod, but I don't plan on cheating. I don't plan on cheating. We shall play legit for now. But it turns out there is a super money making strat that I never really took advantage of, but I guess it's always been kind of broken. I just didn't take advantage of it when the game first came out because I found it a really tedious process. But everyone is kind of saying it's like the best way to make money. So we're going to do it. Let me do a couple of things real quick for audio. Let me turn you up and I get some music in. Okay. That way we got music playing. Okay. So now I'm going to do the Aserai. I always do the Aserai for one specific reason. They get the 10% trade penalty reduction, which is quite nice. Quite nice. In fact, I've been looking at a lot of stuff. The only thing I'm going to modify is like his height. Okay, because I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. Okay. But we're going to kind of keep the same system I've been doing, where it's going to be effectively everything in intelligence. If there isn't an option for intelligence, we put it in the social. Okay? Because the reason behind this is that I really care about getting stewardship up. I really care about getting my trade up. Actually, kind of all of social is really important. Eventually, we'll boost cunning for scout and rogue. Roguery is rather interesting, to be honest. If I wanted it to be a bandit, that'd be kind of crazy stuff. My aptitude for numbers boosts my intelligence, and then we're gonna do stayed with my tutor in my free time. I stood guard with the garrisons, which bolsters my intelligence. And then we're gonna do I invested some money in a workshop. Interestingly enough, it does bolster my smithing, which smithing turns out is kind of OP. Enter my name. It's going to be APB. We're going to put it on the hardest difficulty. I will not auto-allocate clan member perks. I think I'll handle it personally. And then Iron Man mode, we're obviously going to enable for whatever achievements I might be able to get.
Brother, it's been 3 days now we've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. This looks like an old training field.
We're gonna skip the tutorial. I've done it. I've done enough. I don't need to do it. It's kind of a waste of time. Choosing perks. Leave. We get some free skills here. Select my family name is going to be reloaded. So it's going to be APB of the reloaded. And then I'll basically make it Roman. Rome, baby. Okay. So that is our family. Reloaded. My character's name is APB. APB reloaded. Don't get it twisted, baby. And then for Siege, I wasn't too interested in any of the skills in Siege. Between the first one, which builds non-ranged, but then it gives me like 30% shield hit points, which is really fascinating. However, I think it's better to bolster speed to range siege engines, and then I get +3 damage to equipped crossbows. That's kind of fire. But I'm kind of looking at this, and it's kind of maybe might be the better option. Like I said, this one isn't super important for me. I mean, build speed projects in governed towns is kind of nice. Which this one's for castles, but I'm more interested in the towns. Crossbow damage by troops in your formation, which once again, this could work really well if I went with this, right? Because that would give me extra crossbow damage, and then up here I could give extra crossbow damage to my troops, on top of extra accuracy to my siege engines during siege bombardments in the governments in the governed settlement, so I can make them really fucking accurate, right? +25 damage dealt to walls during siege bombardment, +10 damage dealt to shields by troops in your formation, so very anti-shield. So once again, I don't think there's really anything too interesting for me here. Maybe bolstering our shields could be nice though. I don't see the harm in that. Especially because that could kind of keep my shields alive a little bit longer. So we could do that. We'll kind of, I guess, go defensive. I think this 100% is the better one. But the shield hit points is a little strong. I'll be honest. Kind of nice. For this one, we're automatically going to be going with the learning limit. I mean, wholesaler. Because this reduces the price penalty while selling trade goods. This one is for selling equipment. I'm more interested in selling trade goods. Trade goods, baby, that's right. Now what's really fascinating to me is that the charcoal maker's nice. I won't lie, charcoal maker's nice, okay? But you can produce crude iron more efficiently by obtaining 3 units of crude iron from 1 unit of iron ore. I think having somebody with all of these steel makers and an efficient iron maker as well. Like this is kind of crazy, right? I'm looking at these, a 100% learning rate of new part designs when smelting. 100% learning rate of new part designs while smithing. Okay, I don't know if I need this. 10% greater chance of creating fine weapons. Successful crafting orders of notables increases my relations by them. Relation by +2 with them. That's kind of nice, but once again, this is part of the Steelmaker series. So I might go with the extra charcoal, but then immediately turn into a Steelmaker. But that's a problem. I think end game, I want this. Early game, you basically use this. But I don't know. Rushing smithing does make sense though, because of the fact that here I can get an extra control attribute or an extra vigor attribute, which I found very fascinating. How you just get free points to that through here. Minus 50% trade penalty when selling smithing weapons. Okay, that's kind of nice. The trade penalties, not bad. Stamina while smithing. I think this is better for the money of creating masterwork weapons. Very nice. Endurance. Here's another one. Endurance. To one-handed and two-handed. How interesting. So I think one of the early ones to maybe focus might be smithing, just because it gives me a couple of free points here. +2 swing damage of crafted weapons, +2 thrust damage. I rarely thrust. I'd probably go with the swing one. Okay. But yes, maybe focusing smithing might be one of the better things I can do early on. Roguery is really interesting because you can do like you can just become a super bandit with it. +20 experience for bandits in your party. For convincing bandits to leave in peace with barter. -20 prisoner escape chance in governed settlement. So it'd be like no rest for the wicked. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Double the amount of betting allowed in tournaments. 50% increased chance for sneaking into towns. No morale loss from converting bandit prisoners. So I could go with no rest for the wicked and then take this so I don't get that morale loss. In best light, +1 extra trip from village notables when successfully forced for volunteers. 20% faster recovery from raids for your villages. 5% more loot from defeated villagers and caravans. +1 security per day in the governed settlement. I'd absolutely 100% go with know-how, I think, in that one. I don't know. The one that does interest me a lot is writing, because I like selling. I like selling stuff. And the minus 50% herding speed penalty is kind of crazy. But the problem is they put it with breeder. And I think breeder just wins. Due to the +1 daily chance of animals in your party reproducing. That's just kind of fire. Kind of fire. Shepherd, I really like the herding speed penalty, but I think breeder's just better overall, unfortunately. It is a shame that they put these together. I kind of wish they put them separate. Yeah. Yeah. 2% party speed. The troops in my formation. I'd probably go with the veterinary. I don't know. I don't know. However, we will put it in trade. Trade is a big one for me right now. And smithing. Smithing's big. I should probably actually undo this and maybe put it into smithing. We'll go with wholesaler. We'll go with the extra shield. Smithing might get this focus point. But to be honest, I only really need this one this early on. Something like trading would probably benefit more because it's a little harder to get up, but we'll see. We shall see. I'm kind of going to ignore the story. I don't really care about the story. So... I want early bandits to kind of want to chase me. Let me go with the Poros. I want to see if there's maybe a... Okay, 18's a bit much. 18's a bit much. 18's a bit much. We do have... Aelin the Grizzles.
Yours is not a face I know.
Damn. That's kind of fucked. I'd say Terrible Dilemma. Let me see what he specializes in. So this guy does have tactics, athletics. I don't see him being really useful though in my clan. Where is it? Right here. Quartermaster, Scout, Surgeon. I don't think he'd be good for any of these. So he's just kind of a soldier. So I don't really have a use for this guy, unfortunately. Don't have a use for this guy. We can recruit. We can't recruit. A bunch of fucking people just took all of the... Okay. I'm being chased by 18 people. I'm not quite a... Oh, okay. We got 7 here.
Today's not your lucky.
Oh, man. Little do they know. Little do they know.
On my orders!
I just need to be careful of all the rocks that they like to throw. But it shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, I missed. That's rough. Ooh. Fuck. Oh, crap, man. I'm getting cooked. What's up, Yummy? Oh, the one with fucking nah. I've seen enough on X to be convinced I don't need to ever watch it. Fuck. Man, they actually might get me. I literally haven't killed a single one of them, but they've got me. Yeah, they fucking got me.